Hey everyone, welcome to the 1804 show, chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is 1804 history. And before I start, hit like, comment, subscribe to the channel, the 1804 show, chapter 2. Now let's get it. Yeah, so apparently y'all supposed to have done this last night, but I couldn't because I was watching The Equalizer 3 and stuff like that. I had to go support my homeboy Denzel Washington. So I had told everybody, because they was expecting an episode, so I told everybody that I'd do it tonight. So it was a good movie. I recommend for everyone to see it. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. So tonight, we're going to be discussing the time that legendary, the late great Bob Marley was shot in his recording studio, December 3rd, 1976 in Jamaica. And it was such a heinous act. And a whole lot of people don't know how it happened, why it happened, but it was just a lot of corruption during the country of Jamaica in the 70s. Because you had posses, you had poverty, you had a whole bunch of things that was occurring in the country and from behind the scenes. And due to my research that I have been doing and on this matter, it was such a random hit. Clearly, this wasn't the typical or normal shooting. This was to send a message. This was to get rid of him. Because once you have the power to unite people, then you become a threat to the establishment. And everyone just think that the establishment happens or it's in America, but it's all over the world, because wars generates billions of dollars and all over the globe. So we have to keep in mind that they still using the same tactics, the same rules. And not only that they will do the things, but they will send one of us to do it as well. So apparently, that the night of December 3rd, 1976, Bob Marley, his wife, his friends stop at the recording studio and they meet with gunmen who crossed the gates and apparently shot his wife in the head first. So she was struck while getting ready to leave the recording studio. So she was met with a gunshot to the head. And then Marley was shot. The bullet missed his chest, but hit him in the arm and all over his body and stuff. And then his bodyguard was struck in the leg. And this was national attention, national news, because Bob Marley was finna give a benefit concert for peace. And he was warned by a whole lot of people not to do something like that, not to engage in that matter. But he said that he wanted to bring people together. He was all about love. He was reading books. He was woke. He was one of the people that they know that the youth and everybody not just the youth or Jamaicans, but people from all over the world to keep, excuse me, to keep to what he would say. And they will listen to every word he says. And it's crazy because he was so young. I didn't know how young he was because, you know, back then, you know what I'm saying, people who was in their 30s looked real old while we looking real young. But it's all good. But other than that, he died at the age of 36 from skin cancer. But other than that, we had no idea. Just the notion of how far people would go to silence somebody. Yeah, even me, it's scary when you're that guy. You know, when you feel like everyone depends on you, everybody watching your every move, everyone waiting on you to fail. It's stressful. And he would do interviews on how money didn't mean anything to him and how he didn't look at race or perceive race like everybody else, but he only looked at race as the human race and how he wanted to help everybody, how he wanted to build schools, build clinics, you know, build neighborhoods up. He wanted to buy the block then, and he was really dangerous to the order of things. And to this day, they still don't know why he was shot, but it's common sense is that it was either the CIA, FBI, or the police in his native land that wanted to take him out because he was exposing the corruption and exposing the poverty down there, and they didn't want a black Jamaican speaking to the people and letting the people know that you're being bamboozled, you're being hoodwinked, and almost cost him his life. Even after being shot, he still was being told, like, okay, we missed you the first time, but if you go and perform that benefit concert, you're gonna die. We gonna get you again. We coming back. The first gunman failed, but these ones won't miss. So he still took heed to the consequences of what could possibly happen, but it didn't stop him from going to that concert and performing for his people. And you cannot, and you will not, underestimate his courage for that. You know, this man really was thinking, not even his bullet wounds was healed up, you know, but he was singing. So I can respect that, you know, just researching this episode really made me a fan. Because I really haven't listened to Bob Marley like that, but because of this story, oh, he got a new fan for life now. So I'm going to be posting more Bob Marley in my stories. But other than that, I just respect his courage. I respect his will to help the youth and to help his people. And the fact that he was able to create generational wealth. Man been gone longer than he lived. So one thing about iconic people, man, is that they live forever. You know, you never have to worry or ever have to question that their legacy will live on, because they didn't do it for the clout. They didn't do it for the recognition, the validation. They did it because it was the right thing to do. And I feel like once you make it in this world and you have the resources to help people, and to bring awareness and bring consciousness, then you do it. Because it's not about you anymore. And people confuse public figure with, oh, I just get money and that's it. But it's all about giving back to the people, giving back to society. Everybody isn't going to like you. Everybody isn't going to agree with you. And damn sure, everybody isn't going to see your vision. There's a lot of people who didn't get the chance to see his vision until he died. And people say that he died under very suspicious circumstances. And it's all about what you believe. Because he was healthy. And then he died. Just pretty much in a rapid way, like Eazy-E died. Once he had got cancer, he just died in weeks. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no months to his death, it was weeks. So, my message to everyone who never heard his music, never watched his interviews, and don't know who he is, do your research. Because he spoke so articulate, with elegance and intelligence. But yeah, I'm finna get off here, guys. Thank y'all who watched, who tuned in. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for future notifications. And if you want to send us a donation, small, medium, or large, whatever you can give, it helps the channel grow. The $, 1804 Show, Cashapp. I have Apple Pay as well. I'm finna start putting my Apple Pay in there too. But yeah, stay tuned for more future videos to come, because I got a huge lineup this month. But y'all have a good night. Peace.